I've always known that I was wired to be self-employed. I'm very coachable. I take instruction well. I love being a part of a team, but I always knew that I wanted to call my own shots, and I wanted to hang my own shingle and build my own business.
I laugh every time I hear people saying, yeah, I don't like working for other people, so, I want to work for myself because I want to set my own hours and I want to, yeah, right. Let me tell you what, when you work for yourself, there are no days, there's no Christmas, there's no Easter, there's none of that when you work for yourself. In the early days.
It's a grind.
Exactly. It's you're working through all those holidays. Every day something bad happens. Every day there's problems. It's a war every day when you get up in the early day.
For any entrepreneur listening to this that has just heard your advice, but is saying, all right, I've got it, I'm inspired now, I need one actionable step I need to take to get started, what would that one tip be?
As an entrepreneur, as a leader of any sort, it is your job to show up as the best version of yourself consistently, ready to make a meaningful and memorable contribution to everyone and everything around you. And that can't happen by accident. It can only happen with intention, which means you need to show up as your best self physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually if that's appropriate to you. And we can only do that if we're very intentional about filling our own bucket. So the exercise that I have folks do is I have them take out a piece of paper and draw a vertical line down the middle. On the left side of the paper, I have them write down an exhaustive list of the things that just fill their bucket, that make them feel alive, that energize them, that they love to do. This could be taking a Peloton class, or pulling out your yoga mat, or taking your dog for a walk. It could be listening to a podcast. It could be meditation. It could be prayer. But what are the things that fill you up and make you feel alive? And that's the list on the left side. Then on the right side, ask them to write down how they typically spend the first 60 minutes after they wake up in the morning and the 60 minutes before they go to bed. Their morning and their evening routine, the bookends of the day. And write down, be meticulous. What do you do from the moment your eyes open for the next 60 minutes and then 60 minutes before your eyes close, and write those things down. And then to complete the audit, you're just going to compare the two sets of notes. And you're going to ask yourself what I believe is the most pivotal question you can ask when it comes to improving your energy, your optimism, your performance, your productivity, and the way you show up. And that is, am I doing the things I know I need to do to keep my bucket full? In other words, is the stuff that I know fills me up, am I caring enough about myself and about my performance and about my family and about my company to do those things on the bookends of my day? And if you do this with some vulnerability and some courage and some honesty, you'll most likely start to uncover what's called a performance gap. And a performance gap is the gap between what we know and what we do. It is literally the gap between what we know we should be doing, left side of the paper, and what we're actually doing, right side of the paper. And I would highly encourage folks to take action and to start blending those together. Care enough about yourself to just spend a few minutes every morning and every evening doing the things that fill your bucket. Because if you do, those traits that I just mentioned will skyrocket immediately. You'll have more energy, you'll have more confidence, you'll have more optimism, you'll have more performance, you'll have more output, more productivity. Like every metric that we want as human beings will immediately start to skyrocket when we make our battery full, when our bucket is full, and we are fully charged. So that's something that I highly recommend, and I've seen it radically change the way that people show up in this world.